I'm going to throw it back to 2013. I'm in 4th grade, and I'm at my friend's house, and we're about to play the brand new NCAA 14. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to 1v1 each other because we're going to see who the better player on the sticks is. And as we're scrolling through the teams, there are some glaring issues with some. Yes, the overalls are horrible. There are about 20 teams that I am not playing with, that I will never play with when I'm 1v1ing my friend on NCAA 14 because the overalls are just that bad. So I thought to myself, with NCAA 25 coming out shortly, yes, I'm so hyped. Leave a like if you guys are ready. What happened to those teams 10 years ago, a decade ago, that were in the dumps? What happened to their programs? Did they come up? Are they still the same? How are they going to be in NCAA 25? Today, I'll be looking at the top 10 worst rated teams in NCAA 14, and we're going to see where they're at today. Before we get started, if you don't know who I am, I'm Saturday Shenanigans, and I post 3 college football videos every single week to keep you guys entertained all off season. Feel free to subscribe and join the best family in college football. This is the fastest growing college football channel on YouTube. Jump on the bandwagon now before it's too late. I'm going to preface the video with this. We're only looking at the top 5 worst Power 5 teams in NCAA 14, because if we looked at the worst overall teams, I'm just going to read you the list: Georgia State, UMass, Idaho, Akron, New Mexico State. This video wouldn't be fun because UMass, they're still in the dumps today. Idaho, they dropped down to FCS. Akron's not good. This video wouldn't be fun because these teams wouldn't be changing from 14 to 25. So we're only looking at Power 5 teams. We're going to do this video in chronological order, meaning number 10 is going to be the best out of these teams, and number 1 will be the worst rated team in NCAA 14. One more note, NCAA 14 was released before the 2013 season, so what really went into these ratings were 2012 records and projected 2013 records. So when we look at these teams, we're going to be looking at both of those years. Coming in at number 10, we have Wake Forest with an 83 overall ranking. In 12, they went 5-7, which is okay. That's mid. They shouldn't be the worst team in the Power 5, though. However, they were projected to be a lot worse in 2013. They did go 4-8. Not horrible, no, not a 2-10, not a 1-11, but this team, however, was still rated very low. This program hasn't had much change from then to 25. They did have a one-hit wonder season in 2021. They went 11-3, but they went 4-8 in 2023. It's not looking much better, so I don't think they're going to be rated that much higher in NCAA 25. Number 9, Cincinnati at an 81 overall ranking. This is a very interesting case because in 2012, they actually went 10-3. However, they were in the Big East Conference before that disbanded, and going in to the 2013 season, they were expected to not do well in the American Athletic Conference because the American was obviously much higher competition than what the Big East was. However, they did go 9-4 in 2013, so a big slap on the face to the developers, but we know the Cincinnati program has gone on a complete rise since 2014. They went 13-1 in 2021, made the college football playoff the year with Luke Fickell, Desmond Ridder. They did move up. This is not a group of 5 team anymore. Funny enough, this was a group of 5 team when the game was first made. And NCAA 25, they will be in the Big 12. Although they went 3-9 in the 2023 season, they are adjusting. It's an adjustment period to the new conference. I don't think they're going to be amazing in NCAA 25 or in the 2024 season, but I think they should be rated a little higher. Number 8, Indiana at an 81 overall rating. And I just want to say to you Hoosiers fans, I feel bad because this program is completely irrelevant. They went 4-8 in 2012, 5-7 in 2013, and guess what they did in 2023? They did worse than both of those seasons, 3-9. So to answer the question on, did this team get better from NCAA 14 to NCAA 25? No. And I honestly think they might be rated worse. This might be one of the worst Power 5 teams in all of college football. I get it. The Big Ten is a tough conference. They're not walking into cake games. However, in 2023, the Big Ten was down. We can admit that. There was only 3 big dogs, Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State. And besides that, it was not a great conference at all, not much depth. And they still went 1-8 in the conference. So I don't see the rating changing that much going into 2025. At number 7, we have Iowa State. 81 overall rating. In 2012, they went 6-7, which you might think, this is not that bad. Why are they rated so low? They were losing a lot of talent, and in 2013, they went 3-9. So the developers hit this right on the nose, but we know that this program's a lot better off today. They're a consistent 7-9 win team. They're always somewhere in the mix in the Big 12, although they went 7-6 in 2023. I mean, the Big 12 is completely wide open. Yes, this team's going to be rated higher in 2025 than they were in 2014, and I'm glad. This program's a lot better off. This is my personal favorite, number 6, the Kansas Jayhawks that went 1-11 in 2012. They were rated at 81 overall. Do you guys remember when Kansas was the butt of all jokes in college football? Seriously, they were the meme. This team had no business ever competing. They went 0-9 in the Big 12 in 2012. That's why they were rated so low. But this team has gone on a crazy rise with Coach Lance Leipold. He picked up the team in 2021 when he went 2-10. Flash forward to today, they went 9-4 last year. They have some unbelievable talent returning, and I'm not surprised if they will win the Big 12. Plus, they have quarterback Jalen Daniels. He's going to be a lot of fun to play with in the game. NCAA 25, they're going to be rated a lot higher. Seriously, I'm going to be on the sticks with Jalen Daniels for real. Number 5, Syracuse at an 81 overall rating. What was up with the developers? They just loved the number 81. Syracuse is in a very similar spot as Cincinnati was, because in 2012, they played in the Big East. They went 8-5, which was okay. Actually, that's a pretty good season. And then they moved to the ACC going into 2013. So the developers did not think they would be that great. They ended up going 7-6. But Syracuse, I'm sorry, this is an irrelevant program. 2020, 1-10, 5-7, 7-6, 6-7 in 2023. Has this team made improvements? No, straight up. I am sorry. This team has not made improvements. They had one-hit wonder year in 2018. Oh my gosh, I think they may have beat Clemson that year. There was something crazy that was going on, but Syracuse has not improved. They're going to be very similar to what they were in NCAA 2014. It is unfortunate for that program. Number 4, Washington State. In 2012, it was the first year of the Mike Leach era, so it was no surprise that they went 3-9. This team was going to be rated low. They were rated an 81. Geez, what is up with that number? But we remember that crazy run they went on in the mid-2010s with Coach Mike Leach, where they were getting 9 wins, 8 wins, 9 wins, and that crazy 11-2 Minshew Mania season. So if there was a game that was created in those years, Washington State would be very fun to play with. However, they're pretty much back to normal nowadays. They're not going to be in a conference. They're doing the Pac-2 thing with Oregon State, which is very unfortunate, but I would expect the rating to be low in 2025. Oh boy, this one's going to stir up some controversy. Number 3, a 79 overall, the Colorado Buffaloes. In 2012, they went 1-11. They were getting new coaching staff and Mike McIntyre going into 2013. So of course they were going to be rated low. But what did they do since then? They had one 10-4 year, and then since then they've pretty much been poo-poo. Now they have Deion Sanders. He had the 4-8 season last year, and this is pretty much a guess-some game for the developers. Do you think Colorado's going to improve? I do. I believe that Colorado's going to be an 8-4 team next year in the Big 12. Shedeur Sanders will be a top 5 quarterback in college football, but there's also people saying this team's not going to improve at all. They're going to be another 4 wins, 5 wins, and they should be rated low. I think they should improve. The developers are going to give them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to rating an NCAA 25 just because of the name, just because of Coach Prime, just because of the stars, Travis Hunter, all that. Because if they were rated low, that would cause an outrage for a lot of people. But this is a very fun one. Probably the most intriguing rating in all of NCAA 25. Number 2, Duke at a 79 overall, and I absolutely love this story. In 2012, they went 6-7, which is not bad. You should not be rated one of the worst teams in the game. Then they come out in 2013 and slap the Devs on the face with a 10-4 record. They played in the Chick-fil-A Bowl against Johnny Manziel. I'm sure we all remember that game, and came up just short. A 10-win season for Duke. That is crazy. Now flash forward in 2022 and 2023 with Coach Mike Elko, 9 wins, 8 wins. Very solid. We saw them beat up on Clemson in week 1 of 2023. That was awesome. They are getting Manny Diaz, new coaching staff. We know Elko's going to A&M, but I like where this Duke program's at, and they're going to get a lot more respect as we go into NCAA 25. Number 1. I'm not going to tell you guys. Go guess in the comments right now. I'm gonna give you a little second. Who do you think it's going to be? Oh my gosh, it's going to be a crazy climax. It's Minnesota. See, that's not even that cool. I mean, in 2012, they went 6-7. Which, again, what is up with these teams going 6-7 and being rated the worst in the game? They were still in the Big Ten. Yes, they were a Big Ten team, but today they're a lot better off. I know they went 6-7 in 2023. They did have back-to-back 9-win seasons with PJ Fleck. They had that one-hit wonder in 2019. They went 11-2. This team, I will assure you this won't be the lowest rated Power 5 team in NCAA 25. However, They're not going to be the best. They are going to be mid. Overall, Minnesota's a type of program that has never been able to reach that next step in the Big Ten. Unfortunately, even in that year, they went 11-2. Unfortunately, they were close, but yet so far they finished 10th in the rankings. I'm sorry, Minnesota fans, but I mean, hey, at least you aren't going to be the worst rated Power 5 team in NCAA 25. So that's a step in the right direction, right? We're all good. Thank you guys so much for reaching the end of the video. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and join the best family in college football. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Go crazy in the comments, video ideas, players, whatever. I've been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered college football content, and I'll see you guys soon.